We got some new details on how Suzanne Morphew's remains were actually found. Let's take a look. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below. Let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you crush that follow button on my Facebook page if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick update on some information that we are now finally gathering on this case that we've been talking about. It was a cold case, or it was deemed a cold case. This person went missing 3 years ago. The case that I'm talking about is that of Suzanne Morphew. She went missing. She allegedly went on a bike ride. That was how she was last seen on Mother's Day in 2020. So this is well over 3 years old. But now there's been new information. Bombshells dropped yesterday where they said that they found her remains. All they gave us was that they found her remains. The other piece that they said is that, and of course we all expected some sort of press conference, but they said, nope, they're playing a lot of things close to the vest right now. The investigation is still ongoing. They're doing everything they can to uncover as much information as they can from this particular new discovery. And when things are ready, they'll do some more. But there has been more information that they did say, which is very shocking. And it's how she was actually found. They say in this article, because we're going to be bouncing back and forth between two different articles. This one says her remains were scattered in a shallow grave, okay, in a remote desert field, 40 minutes away from her home. Now, some of the information we do know that her remains were found a good distance away from her home and a good distance from her bike. Let's not forget, her bike was off to the side of the road somewhere else, right? And now she has been found 40 minutes away in a shallow grave, or at least her remains, or I guess at this point, her bones were found in a shallow grave. So we're going to be hopping back and forth between this and this article here, because there's a statement from her sister that I think is important here as well. And they give us a little bit of a little tidbits over here as well. So let's get into this one first. And like I said, these are just chunks that I'm going to be putting out, pulling out of this article. But it says here, investigators have revealed they found her scattered remains 50 miles from her bike while they were probing a completely separate case. Now, I keep wondering, were they on another missing persons case and they just stumbled upon her? I'm wondering what case they were looking at in this particular situation. Because maybe there's a connection, maybe there's not. I don't know, but it is a question that I wish we can get answered here very soon. But they said she had been buried in a shallow grave. All right, and her bones, she was buried in a shallow grave. All right. Of course, we already know that her identity was confirmed on the 27th of September. So just very, very recently. And of course, that's when all this information blew up on the internet and in the news. I mean, this is international news. A lot of people have been caring a lot about this situation. Okay, but I'm going over to this other one as well, because I wanted to give you guys this piece of information as well. Of course, how she was found as well. Her 49-year-old's bones were found in a remote, dry desert field of sagebrush and natural grasses south of Moffat, according to the county coroner, Tom Perrin. He said it appeared that the remains had been buried in a shallow grave before being scattered. Now, I'm wondering what they mean by it was buried in a shallow grave before being scattered. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, me asking that, but maybe you're thinking the same thing. Did they bury her first and then decide maybe they didn't want to bury her? Was she found, and I hate to say it like this, but was she found in pieces? And then they decided, oh, maybe we shouldn't be going this route. Maybe we take some of her remains and scatter it about. I don't know, but it just seems a little bit odd that it says that it appeared that her remains had been buried in a shallow grave before being scattered. I think that's a little bit odd. Unless animals got to the remains and then those got scattered because of animals. That's a possibility as well, but I don't know. I'm not a wildlife expert, or nor am I a detective, but I do have that question no matter what. Okay, of course, this coroner was called to the scene to collect the remains on Friday and transported them to El Paso County for an autopsy. Okay, so we already know she had been missing for a long time, but her sister Melinda, okay, her older sister, told the article that I'm reading here, the Denver Gazette, that Chaffee County Sheriff Spees, I think it's Spez or Spees, I don't know, maybe somebody can tell me in the comments down below, that let her know Wednesday morning that her remains had been found. They said, the sister says, this is a miracle. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Colorado is a vast and rugged place, and we have prayed that God would put light on where she is. We have been praying, and here we are today. It's a day of great sadness, but a day of celebration. And yes, I agree. This is absolutely bittersweet, for lack of a better term. You want her to be found alive. But if you can't get that, you at least want her to be found so that at least that chapter of these unanswered questions are finally getting answered. And then, of course, the other part, which is the march towards justice. Because hopefully, her remains are intact enough that maybe something was left behind that could give us more details on what exactly happened to her. And if there's any DNA left over from the monster that allegedly did this, which, I know that the world is leaning towards one person mainly, but maybe this either incriminates him even more or this exonerates him. I'm thinking it's going to be incriminating him even more. But that's just me, though. Now that they have her body, the family can lay her to rest, but also they can get closer to finding out what the heck happened to her. And I feel that's something I think that a lot of people are going to be really thankful for. Still, this is bittersweet. This is tragic. It's heartbreaking and all that. But hopefully we get some more information here soon as they do the autopsy, as they start doing more research and more investigation into her remains, because her remains do tell a story, hopefully, just depending on how badly they were found. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Don't worry. There's more updates. We got some more to talk about with this particular case. I got a few other pop-up videos coming to you guys, but I wanted to give you guys that piece of information. Her remains were found scattered. And that's the piece that I found weird with the coroner. He said he found that it was almost as if she was buried in a shallow grave before being scattered. That's a weird thing as well. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, don't forget to crush that follow button if you're watching on my Facebook page. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family on both platforms. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.